So in here we've got, so I'll tell you who they are first. So this is Hera at the back. She's a 9-year-old wolf, and then this is Peaches. She's also 9. And then this is Nova, and then this is Artie. They turn, might be today. I know it's 28th of January. They turn 2. So they're Hera's pups. They're Hera and Ozzy's pups. So Ozzy is the one in the other pen, and then Luna's also in there. She's another pup as well. Peaches at the front here. She's 96% timber wolf and 4% grey, and then Hera's almost the opposite. She's 98% grey and 2% timber. And then the pups, you'll notice they don't look as wolfy, and that is because they've got dog in them. Well, they've got wolf dog in them. So Dad is a Czechoslovakian wolf dog, so he's got enough wolf in him for it to be classed as illegal as a pet. That's why he's here with us. But they've also got quite a lot of wolf in them. That's why you'll notice they've got those orange eyes. They're significant for wolves to have. It indicates that they're diurnal, so they're awake in the day and asleep at night, but they're most active through dusk and dawn. That's when they'd go hunting as a pack. Obviously they don't have to hunt. We provide their food here. We provide it 6 times a week. We give them a starve day on it's usually a Thursday. It's not a strict routine whatsoever. If we notice they're a bit more hungry, or we don't get as much meat delivery as we usually would, we won't give them that starve day. But in the wild they wouldn't be ensured food every day, so it's kind of like routine for them. They're not that hungry most of the time, and we'll throw it over. They might have a few bits. They can chomp through all the bones, all the horrible bits. Their jaws are 3 times stronger than the average dog, so they can literally chomp through all the bones, all the horrible bits. So Nova at the back, she's the greedy one. Well, she's just taken her bit now. I don't know, they don't seem too fussed. I think they had quite a bit of meat yesterday, so that's why they're not too fussed. But in the wild, they would hunt for smaller mammals than themselves, so things like whatever area they're in, really. It's not very nice, yeah. We used to do it about 3 years ago before we had the pups. We used to offer a wolf experience where the public can come in with our wolves. It's not these 4 in here. We do it in just the other pen over there with Ozzy and Luna. And then we stopped it when we had the pups. For obvious reasons, Mum, we wanted to let her settle with the pups as best as she could. And she went quite protective, which is understandable over her pups. She didn't really like anybody going near them. So we stopped it, and then just before Christmas we restarted it again. So if anybody's interested in coming in with our wolves, if you head down to the office, I'll tell you a bit about it there. What it is, you come in our wolf pen with 2 of our head keepers. You go in for about 20 minutes. You can ask, we'll give you another wolf talk. You can give them a cuddle. Sometimes we'll give you a brush. Usually in summertime when they're molting, they love a good brush. You can give them their hair brush. It's just cuddle them, really. People love to go in. We also offer the lemur experiences too, where you can come in our lemur pen with us. Does anybody have any questions you'd like to know about our wolves? No? They are quite, the 2 back ones are quite famous. Hera and Peaches, they starred in the first series of Game of Thrones, where they were, so Hera at the back and Peaches here. The reason they got such a good role is where they came from a man called Sean Ellis. I'm not sure if you've heard about him. He's a well-known wolf researcher. He's got a wolf pack himself down in Cornwall, and he's got a lot of documentaries about wolves. So because he's so well-known in the TV industry, a lot of TV companies go to him if they ever need wolves in their films or their TV programmes. So that's how Hera and Peaches were scouted for.
They're smaller than those white ones are bigger than them. So obviously that's like a little bit of a wolf dog, but that's a wolf as well. So why them white ones bigger than them?
They're from the exact same litter. It's just because he's a male, so male wolves will bulk out a bit more as well. He was greedy as a pup, but he is the same size. He's just got a lot more fluff than what she has.
So what they breed are they the mother ones puppies over there?
Yeah, so they're Hera's puppies and Artie's, on Ozzy's, sorry. So Ozzy's.
So what bred that one of them white ones with one of them other ones?
So it was Hera and Ozzy. So Ozzy's a darker colour, and then in there as well with him is the other pup. So he had a litter of 5. we kept 3 and sent 2 down to Bordeaux in Aberystwyth. We do a zoo exchange, so we never buy and sell with our animals, especially wolves. You can't keep these as pets because they're such a high percentage of wolf. They're classed as a really dangerous animal. So when they've got an animal we're interested in, it can come straight up here. So because we've sent 2 down there, you can have so you could. Aussie's a Czechoslovakian wolf dog. You can have them as a pet if they're under a certain percentage.
So what
if they're,
percentage are they?
I'm not sure on Aussie's, but he came to us because he was illegally kept. That's how he arrived here. He was illegally kept because the blood work showed that he's got such a high percentage of wolf. It's illegal. But I think if the pups would have pups, because they're 3rd generation down, you can have them. Yeah. Well, if you bred one of these with a pure wolf, you wouldn't then. But if we bred one of the pups with a Czechoslovakian wolf dog, it would then so it'd be fine then because it'd be 3rd generation down. But because he's such a high percent, you wouldn't think he's got any wolf in him whatsoever. He's literally the cuddliest thing ever. You'll go in and he'll jump up straight away and just want cuddles. But he has got quite a high percentage in him.
Do you like an alpha?
Yeah. So it started off as Peaches because we started off with Peaches and Hera about 3.5 years ago, and then there wasn't really an alpha between them. They didn't really need to have an alpha between them because it was just the 2 females. Then Aussie came to us, which caused quite a big fight between the 2 females. Actually, Peaches was kind of the dominant one, and then because we brought a male in, it caused a big fight, which ended up Hera coming out on top, which then led to her getting pregnant. Then she was the alpha female in there then, and then when she had the pups, wolves will never really fight for dominance for no reason. So because we brought the male in, they had a reason to fight for dominance, but they'll never just fight for no reason. So Aussie is now the alpha. They didn't fight. Hera kind of stepped down because she was more concentrated on her wolves. We noticed that Aussie took over that role from alpha. But in here, there's not really. I mean, Hera is the alpha in here, and then Aussie's in there, but there's never really any fighting or shoving around in here. Whereas, pardon? So, about 6 months ago, one of the pups had a viral infection. So, they separated because the females were fighting. So, Peaches was actually in that pen. And then one of the pups got a viral infection, and then the other one got a viral infection. So, we moved them in there just because it's so much easier to get into that pen. This pen goes all the way around. So it's easy for the vet to get into that one. And then once a year, the females will fight for dominance again when they go into season, which that happened again. So we had to bring... So Nova was the one that had the viral infection, and Luna. So they were in there with Dad, and then that time the season came round, and Luna was really like on top of Nova all the time, just being horrible to her. So we put her in here, and then we're just waiting for everything to settle back down, and then we are going to eventually move everybody back into here.